Hi guys, AzureAce here and welcome back to the Heart Headlines, where of course we're having our traditional analysis breakdown video of the latest Kingdom Hearts trailer, with this trailer being the Kingdom Hearts 3 E3 / Kingdom Hearts Orchestra 2017 LA trailer. Oh boy, this trailer was fantastic and I have heaps and heaps to say about this, so buckle up because this is going to be a long one. It's definitely going to be a long one. Got a bunch of things we can talk about in here. So with that being said, without more dilly-dallying, let's get into the analysis. So first off, as we get into this trailer, right away we have a brand new sort of inspirational quote that Kingdom Hearts loves to do. We have the likes of a scattered dream that's like a far off memory that's like a scattered dream, and the very memeable iconic one like, is any of this for real or not? And we have a brand new one here. We have, don't assume your dreams are just fantasy. If you can imagine a world, believe in it and dive in. That's a brand new sort of quote we have, and it could possibly be a reference to Dream Drop Distance, because right away we get into some gameplay with Sora diving into Olympus Coliseum in what looks like Zeus's palace or heaven, or the area that we initially saw the drive form screenshots get taken place in. However, we see that the dive mechanic from Dream Drop Distance is returning in Kingdom Hearts 3 as we see Sora diving down to this palace. This will likely work in the same way that we saw it in Dream Drop Distance, where once you enter a world for the first time, you'll be able to dive into the world, and you can do redives after you do it for the first time maybe. However, the thing with that is that we know Sora enters this world in his Kingdom Hearts 2 attire. Yet in this first dive section we see he's in his Kingdom Hearts 3 attire, so maybe you'll be able to do different redives and dive into different parts of the world, or I don't know, but it seems very interesting. I absolutely love it. You can also notice that in the bottom right of your screen, in the neutral state, Sora, Donald and Goofy are smiling, they're very happy, but as soon as they encounter enemies, you can see right here that the portraits change to be more aggressive and more angry ones, which I think is an absolutely fantastic touch. And we can also see that with these portraits, they are static, unlike they used to be when they used to be kind of animated, which it's not really much of a big deal, but it was kind of interesting how they had to do that. We then get into some more combat gameplay, with Sora diving right into a huge group of Heartless, namely the sort of Minotaur we saw in the E3 2015 trailer, as well as the sort of small air soldier that's based upon Olympus Coliseum, or like has been themed around Olympus Coliseum, that we also saw in the same trailer as the Minotaurs. We see him with what looks like the Olympus Keyblade of Kingdom Hearts 3, doing a smaller version of the vicinity break from Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix into a default finisher right into the first of the two drive forms we got shown, Guard form, which is now known as Counter Shield. The first thing I want to talk about with Counter Shield is how it's actually triggered in the game. It works exactly the same as how 0.2 works, where under a certain criteria, a command will show up with a timer. So if you use Faraga, you got Faraja, Bozaga, you got Bozaja, and so on and so forth. It works the same here, so I'm not sure how to pinpoint it, but what I think is happening here is that he's just triggering it with a regular combo. Another thing I want to point out is that the Keyblade he's using, the Keyblade tied to Olympus's world. What I feel like is happening here is that Counter Shield is linked to the Keyblade, as it has the same Olympus aesthetic on the command bar that you see right here. So how I think drive forms will work in this game is that they are going to be tied to a world's Keyblade. So let's just say you got the Olympus Keyblade, you get Counter Shield, you get the sort of new version of the Star Seeker, you get Power Form, which we haven't seen yet. We're likely going to see that in the next trailer next month at D23. Sort of kind of like that, which would completely change up the gameplay. This is a major change. This is a game changer right here. It's gonna completely change the way we try and pick Keyblades, because in the past Kingdom Hearts games you always think, right, the magic stats higher, the strength stats higher, I'll go with that Keyblade. But now, if we're starting to get different drive forms associated with a Keyblade, we'll be thinking, right, do I want to use Guard form for this fight? Do I want to have that extra boost in defense? Or do I want Power form? Do I want to go aggressive? Or, I don't know, I'm not sure what other forms they could think of, like a speed form maybe, or like a magic form like wisdom. I am not sure. They could have a bunch of different ideas, but that's how I think drive forms are going to work in this game. They're going to be tied to the Keyblade of the world, and you will get a different form depending on what Keyblade you use. Next we get to see a bit of counter shield gameplay with different combos, and I must say, looking at these combos, they look very similar to the combos that you see with Ventus's Wingblade command style in Birth by Sleep. Now I'm not 100% sure if that is what they are basing this off of, but if you ask me, they definitely look like Sora is using Ventus's Wingblade combos, which is honestly very cool. I actually really like that because Wingblade is my favourite command style from Birth by Sleep. So it's absolutely great to see different combos that look very similar to Ventus's Wingblade command style. We also get to see the finisher for Counter Shield, and well, what can I say? This man looks like he's just been ripped right out of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure with that massive flurry of punching light coming out of nowhere. We also get to see a brand new Shotlock command where Sora summons this big ball of light and allows it to hit the shield, spewing off into a bunch of different beams of light, like a big shower of light at the enemies, and it does seem to hit quite a lot because you can see that almost right away. The counter goes right up to 37 hits, so this is a very fast hitting Shotlock. Which is another thing I want to bring up, is that this hits the shield and spews into all these different kind of beams of light. Will this happen for the Keyblade? Will it just hit off the Keyblade and do the same thing? Or will we have Shotlocks kind of tied to different forms? Kind of like how we got abilities tied to different forms. You know, we got High Jump for Valor form, Quick Run for Wisdom, Aerial Dodge for Master, Glide for Final form, and Dodge Roll for Limit form. Kind of like that. I'm not sure. It's up to you guys to decide for that. We get back to some regular gameplay with Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora. Now, notice I say that, Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora, I'll explain in a moment, and it looks absolutely, oh my god, Osaka have done, and I have to, like, we all know, as Kingdom Hearts fans, we all know, Osaka is known, notorious, infamous, for making unbalanced, floaty gameplay. Dream Drop Distance, Birth by Sleep, both very floaty gameplay, even to a different extent. 0.2, still a pretty floaty game, and my god, the platforming in that game was horrid, very horrid. But Osaka, oh my god, they have done an absolutely fan-friggin-tastic job at making this look like Kingdom Hearts 2, as it really does look like Kingdom Hearts 2's gameplay, which is mind-blowing. Just to think of Osaka doing this is just, it's insane. But now something absolutely major you have to notice here is that above the command bar it says second form, and underneath it says Sonic Blade. This I feel is Kingdom Hearts 3's version of Limit form. As you can see, Sora is in his Kingdom Hearts 3 outfit, but he is in his Kingdom Hearts 2 colours. He has the black, red and yellow, which is very interesting. It's very easy to see later on in the trailer. And he is also using his Kingdom Hearts 2 combos. As we see here, Sora uses specifically Aerial Finish and the Magnet Burst abilities from Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, and he also uses Hurricane Blast, which is an ability for Limit form we see in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix as well, which is also an ability for Sora in Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix. We can also see that right at the last second here, Ars Arcanum pops up, so that is a possible finish command instead of Sonic Blade that we can see. We also get to see a brand new limit with Goofy, where Sora throws Goofy down to a medium-sized explosion on the ground. The final thing we see from this gameplay is that instead of the bog standard 2 party members, you know, Sora, Donald, Goofy, Sora can now have 3 party members here. As you can see that we finally, like 8 games later, have Hercules as a proper party member, instead of just a support member that appears to help but not join the actual party. It's been so long, we've wanted this for so long. Hercules is finally part of the team, and we have Sora, Donald, Goofy and Hercules all in the same party, which is fantastic. Next we get into some story cutscenes, and they are definitely very interesting indeed. We have Pete and Maleficent, who I must say look absolutely phenomenal. Maleficent looks like she needs a little bit more work, but Pete looks absolutely amazing. And they're coming from a corridor of darkness to meet the Lord of the Underworld himself, Hades, who is still lovable and quirky as always, and he looks, oh my god, Osaka. Can we all just clap for Osaka? They have done an absolutely tremendous job with this game. Hades looks brilliant. His hair, like his head, is just kind of flaming off into little sparks. It's amazing. Hades tells them to basically get lost because Pete screwed them over the last time they met. However, Maleficent says that they need a piece of information and then asks if there is a distinctive black box in the world. If you do not know what she means, she is talking about the same black box that the Master of Masters gives Lucio in Key. This also clears up what Nomura said in an interview earlier on in this year when he said that someone else will be looking for the box. We have our answer. It is Maleficent and Pete who are looking for the box. But for what reason? That's left up to speculation. We get into some more gameplay, and the first thing I want to point out right away is that this gameplay we're seeing on Mount Olympus is pre-Kingdom Hearts 3 outfit. First off, Hercules is not in the party yet. Second off, if I compare his profile from earlier to his profile now, the hair is vastly different. Not to mention the obvious that he is in his Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit right now, the proper one, not the second form one. But I digress. Mount Olympus looks fantastic. You can see the rain coming down, the rocks shining from the rain, like the sheen of it. It's fantastic. We see the Rock Titan throw a huge boulder. Hopefully Goofy won't get in the way this time, you know. Hopefully he doesn't die this time. We then jump into some combat as Sora right away goes into his shortcut menu and we get 4 commands. Faraga, Blizzaga, Thundaga, and a returning magic command from Kingdom Hearts 2 and 1, however it's the Kingdom Hearts 2 version, Eroga. Now obviously you'll be thinking, if this is the start of the game, then why does he have all these commands already and why are they already at the GA level? Well, it's likely just to, you know, show it off and show how the commands kind of go at the highest level because they are the most flashy, if you like. We won't obviously have these jumping into the game, believe me. I would be surprised if we had even like just one command for magic at this point in the game, because this is right at the start. This is literally leading right in from the ending or the secret ending of 0.2 when they decide they're going to go to Olympus Coliseum. But we can see him fighting a bunch of different Heartless here. We see him fighting shadows, large bodies, new Olympus themed air soldiers like I mentioned earlier, as well as soldiers themselves. For a very brief moment after he uses a Thundaga, you can see the Thundaza situation command appear, with ZA spells seeming to replace Ja spells from 0.2. We then see Faraza in the next scene, accompanied by second form, which we'll talk about in a moment, and Blizzaza. Also notice that invincibility frames will be returning as we see the large body is blocking Sora's frontal attacks, and we do see that there is a good amount of stagger when Sora hits all the soldiers. We then cut to some more Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora gameplay, so after he obtains the new gear, because we can see right away that Hercules is now in the party, and that he is fighting different enemies sort of this time around. He's fighting shadows, soldiers, and now we have the return of the Green Requiem from Kingdom Hearts 1. He fires off a Faraga, then we cut to him using Eroga, which looks absolutely amazing. It looks so much better than what we got to see in the 2015 E3 trailer. We again see he has Faraza, Thundaza, and Blizzaza as his situation commands. I'm sure these are just for show, but we may be able to use more than what we could in 0.2 or trigger them a lot easier. We then get more counter shield gameplay with Sora using a different finisher this time than his JoJo fists from earlier. This time he uses a thunder looking attack where he summons a big circle of lightning around him, and it really reminds me of the shield that the dark side has in 0.2 when he's doing his desperation move, which is very interesting. And now we get to the very exciting addition to the game. We see some more second form action, except we see him trigger it this time straight from the situation command, and we can clearly see right here Sora's Kingdom Hearts 3 outfit changes from its red colours back to his Kingdom Hearts 2 black colours, while he also does the same drive form animation we saw in Kingdom Hearts 2. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to your new limit form. Right away we see him use Stun Impact as either a move or a finisher. I'm pretty sure it's a finisher, but it doesn't seem too kind of easy to pinpoint. Stun Impact is a move used by Limit Form in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix and is an ability for Sora in Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix. We see him pull off this really fast, amazing combo. I've never seen it before. We then see him activate Sonic Blade, where he hits an enemy up into the air and does a mid-air Sonic Blade, which looks amazing. One thing I also noticed with this is that we see Second Form's bar, and it's orange in one scene but blue in the next. The Keyblade is higher in the orange than what it is in the blue, so what I feel this is maybe is that the bar will start to change colour and the Keyblade will slowly start to lower itself more as the time runs out on the form. We then get a very quick flash of flow motion as we get right into the Rock Titan boss fight we've seen so many times by this point. Hercules is gone, Sora's back to his Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit, and he's running up that rock we've seen him run up so many times, avoiding the boulders as they fall. We see him flow motion up onto the cliff and attack the Rock Titan's foot using flow motion. Then we see the Rock Titan stomp on the cliff, making Sora have to run across the walls as he walks on the cliff. Now I'm wondering if you can fall right back into the bottom or if you can, only wall run there. However, right after this, of course, we get to the huge, massive talking point in the trailer. The part absolutely no one was expecting to see. We switch to a scene in Twilight Town and we're in a place we never thought we'd be able to see again. The mansion, or at least outside of it specifically, where Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora, Donald and Goofy have run into the first of the Seeker of Darknesses that we have seen in Kingdom Hearts 3's new engine other than Terranor in 0.2. We see Xemnas and Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, and I must say, they both look absolutely phenomenal. Xemnas asks, how do you expect to bring Roxas back when he should never have existed in the first place? Then he says something very interesting. There's only one way to accomplish it. Then we get a close-up of this man's beautiful jawline that could cut a cube of Kachin in half, and he points to Sora saying, Sora, are you finally going to call upon the darkness? And we see Sora, Donald and Goofy, and man have they improved. I mean, I've said it so many times, but I have to give major props to Osaka. They've improved tenfold since the last trailer. Their combos are identical in fluidity and impact to Kingdom Hearts 2. Their emotions and facial expressions are bang on perfect. However, that is all for our exciting Kingdom Hearts 3 Orchestra / E3 2017 trailer. And of course, it doesn't entirely end there. They thought, we'll give you a good trailer, we'll do you a 1-up, and they gave us the announcement that we will be getting a new Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. 2 trailers in 2 months at D23 Anaheim 2017 on July the 15th. So only just over a month till the next trailer comes out. We will be getting another one with another new world announced with Nomura reportedly. Now this is still a rumour. This is a rumour. Nomura is reportedly giving quote-unquote final information on Kingdom Hearts 3, which to me smells and reeks of a release date or a release window of some sort. However, that is all for this analysis video. I'm sure you guys have hopefully stayed on to this point because my analysis videos seem to do pretty well. But I hope you guys like this video, and if you could please leave a like and a comment in the comment section below. If you have anything that I have missed in this video, please do mention it down in the comment section below, because I'd love to know anything that I personally have missed. I think I've went into every single nook and cranny possible in this trailer. But please share this amongst your friends, and if you could please hit the bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get a notification every single time I upload. That way you'll get every single piece of content to you as it goes up. I've been AzureAce, and thank you for coming to the video.
You have arrived. I'm here to tell you that if you don't subscribe to AzureAce for Dragon Ball, Kingdom Hearts, and Pokemon TCG content, you will wander forever in the darkness of your heart.